So you know how some people say that painting a car red will make it go much faster? Well, check this out. Hi folks, this is TabiAsobi, and today I'm going to go over one of the most requested mechanics from the game, at least from the folks in my comment section and other videos, the Rite of Channeling, and more specifically, the ability to change monster colors via element boosting. Yes, I've been getting a lot of questions in past Monster Hunter Stories 2 videos about this, and by that, I mean a lot. You know what it's like to know something but you can't really say anything? Yeah, that was me. I couldn't say anything because of NDAs and embargoes. Yes, I've been getting a lot of questions in past videos about this, and unfortunately I haven't been able to answer. That is, until now. With the game officially out, it is finally possible to discuss the game's mechanics in depth, so let's get started and not waste any more time. By the way, I'm also adding chapters to this video, so folks can just skip to the parts they want in this discussion, as I'm sure a bunch of you probably just want to go straight to the color changing part of it. So sometime after reaching Rudo Village, you will be tasked with slaying a Basarios. And then once you do that, the Elf Elder Maolo will teach you how to use a ritual known as the Rite of Channeling. Ah yes, Elder Maolo. His name always makes me laugh because when I was in elementary school, one of our friends was called Manolo, and his nickname was Manolo 11, and that's because he always had a runny nose. Kids are so mean. But I digress. Enough about Manolo 11. Yeah, so Elder Maolo will teach you how to use a ritual known as the Rite of Channeling. So for folks who never played the first game, this will basically allow you to transfer genes from one monster to another, allowing you to come up with a customized beast of your own. The system is also quite open, so you really have no limits in terms of what you can move over. So this means that you can give a fire-type monster ice skills, for example, and then vice versa, allowing you to create an army, herd, flock, whatever, of genetic Franken-monsters at your beck and call. I mean, just check out my heavily customized Aptonoth Raw Meat. Yeah, I named my Aptonoth Raw Meat. And his bingo slot is filled with thunder skills of the Yin Yang. Yeah, I'd like to see anybody hunt this guy down for raw meat now. So, in order to transfer genes, talk to the stable paw, or cat, and pick the Rite of Channeling option twice. You then just need to pick the monster that will be receiving the skill, and then choose the monster or monsters that you will be taking the skill from. Note that the monster who is passing on their skill will disappear afterward. Don't ask me where they go because I really do not want to think about it. In my head canon, they all go to a beautiful place where they live a fun and hedonistic lifestyle for the rest of their lives. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Now, while you can transfer any skill, you will need to have active slots available in your bingo chart for accepting the transfer. So basically, there are 4 types of slots. The first are active skill slots. So these slots either have an active or passive skill already activated, and then you can just transfer a new skill to these slots, but the skill will either erase or upgrade the previous skill. And so as far as upgrading, that will occur when you stack the exact same skill on top of another one. So they have to be the exact same skill. So if you stack once, you'll get 1 star, and then if you stack twice, you'll get 2 stars. And up next is what's called the empty slot. This is a black slot with nothing in it, so you can just transfer a new skill here as well. And then the third kind of slot is the lock slot with a level indicator. Yeah, so you will see a lock icon with a level indicator, or a level number. Basically, this means the slot will unlock a new skill once your monster reaches the level that is indicated. After that, it will turn into an active skill slot. Basically, any lock slot must be unlocked in order to accept a new skill. And then the last kind is the lock slot with no level indicator. This is an inactive slot that will require you to use a special item called a stimulant in order to unlock. The stimulant has to match the monster type in order for it to work. Yeah, so like using a Fanged Beast stimulant for monsters like Buldrum and Arzuros, for example. By the way, you can use these items by picking the Use Ritual Item option from the Rite of Channeling menu. Once unlocked, this type of slot will turn into an empty slot. Now, when you look at your monster bingo chart, you will notice that each octagon has different colors and icons. The colors denote a skill's elemental property, while a symbol denotes its attack type. So there are 6 types of elements in the bingo chart. Gray means it's a non-elemental bingo. Red means it's a fire bingo. Yellow means it's a lightning bingo, or thunder. Dark blue means it's a water bingo. Light blue means it's an ice bingo. And then purple means it's a dragon bingo. And they also happen to correspond to the color that your Monstie will turn into, which I'll explain later. And then there are also 3 types of attack bingos. So if you see a flexing man, that means it's a power bingo. A running man means it's a speed bingo. And then the sparkle looking thing is for a technical bingo. Now by themselves, these colors and symbols just indicate the element or attack type of the skill they're attached to. If you line up 3 similar colors and symbols in a straight line like tic-tac-toe, however, you will acquire a damage bonus for the corresponding element or attack type. The first 2 lines will provide a 10% bonus each, while each line after that will give you a 5% bonus. This means one straight yellow line will boost your thunder damage from 100% to 110%, while 2 will increase it to 120%. So 20% extra damage from your thunder moves for 2 lines. Fill 8 of the 9 slots and it will go up to 135% damage. As such, you'll always want to line up similar slot types as much as possible. Now let's address the question everyone has been asking. Changing the color of your Monstie. First, is it in the game? I can say for certain that yes, it is, but it comes with a few caveats. So first off, in order to change a Monstie's color, you will need to change its dominant attack element. For this video, I'll be using this level 1 Bulldrome. Now normally a Bulldrome is a non-elemental type of monster. You can tell what a Monstie's natural dominant element is by checking its stats, which for this Bulldrome is 25 non-elemental attack points. So, in order to override that, you will need to give the Bulldrome a gene that will boost a different element. Now it cannot be just any skill for a particular element. It has to be a skill that will provide a boost for a specific element. So the effect actually needs to have the word boost in it. So in the case of fire, that would be a Fire Plus gene, which will give a Monstie the Fire Boost passive skill. In the case of this Bulldrome, let's give it a Fire Plus gene M or medium from my blue Yankutku. Now watch what happens. So if you check my Bulldrome, it now has Twin 9 fire attack, which is more than its non-elemental attack stat before. But wait, why does the color still look the same? Well, the color change actually does not show up on the status photo, or image. Now watch what happens when we go out to the field. Ta-da! Our Bulldrome is now sporting red highlights. Nice. Now let's try to do the same thing with my other Bulldrome, Baboy Ramo, who is level 15. Well now that's strange. Why are its highlights still white like before? The answer lies in the monster's levels. Basically, since Baboy Ramo is level 15, his natural non-elemental attack value is also higher. As such, one Fire Plus Gene M is no longer enough. By the way, I tried boosting the Fire Plus Gene M skill twice to 2 stars, and even added a Fire Plus Gene S or small for extra measure, and that still was not enough to exceed its natural non-elemental attack. Now unfortunately, as of the making of this video, I haven't dove as deep as I'd want to for the post-game because I'm writing all these articles and guides, so I don't yet have a monster with a Fire Plus Gene L skill or a Fire Plus Gene XL skill. Now personally I haven't seen an XL gene myself, but there's an empty spot in the Monstepedia after the L version of the skill, so I assume that the XL version exists. Anyway, to confirm, I leveled up my red Bulldrome, which was the level 1 Bulldrome, and as you can see, it reverted to its normal color after it leveled up. Anyway, all this leads me to believe that color changing for higher level monsters is pretty much an endgame activity. Yeah, so there you go, my quick guide on the rite of channeling, gene mixing, and changing Monstie colors. While there are still some things I need to check personally, I hope this answers most of the questions that folks have as far as whether the feature is in the game and how to activate it. As always, if you have any thoughts or questions or other things about the game that you want me to check out, feel free to drop a note in the comment section. I'm super busy with my regular job, but I do try to respond to as many folks as I can, which is not super hard since I have a relatively small channel and typically get a reasonable number of comments to check out. Once again, this is Tabi Asobi, and thank you for watching.